super tight.
He's amazing.
Yeah, he's really good.
His videos, like the highlights.
Yeah.
You ever see that jumping left switch kick he knocked that dude out with?
Yeah.
He's outstanding.
He got some crazy kicks.
So how cool is that, man? You're sparring with one of the greatest of all time.
It's fun as fuck because it's like those people, like, you know about fighters. They're the majority, like you said, when you meet them, they're cool as hell.
Yeah.
Like, so to meet him and him not want to whoop my ass or like tell me like, hey, you look goofy, sit down. He's like showing me shit that I could use later. So it was cool.
Well, the Thais have a really interesting way of sparring. Some of them do. They play.
Right.
They don't hit each other full blast. They like tap and they laugh around and joke around. They just develop in their timing because they fight so often.
Yep.
John Wayne Parr's a friend of mine from Australia, multiple-time world champion. And, he would talk in depth about how they would play. They just play. They just hit each other, just slap each other a little bit. And like that way they understand the timing of it, but they never worry about it. They don't get hurt. And they can do it all the time. It's a really smart way to do it.
Yep.
But you'll see guys like Sarafian, he's capable of doing that. Like so he could spar with a guy like Snoop, or a guy like Sanchai could spar with a guy like you and just play with you.
Right.
Well, everybody just have a good time and it's fun at the end.
Yep. Super fun.
Yeah.
Yep. Hell yeah. Definitely seen that a lot, like on Instagram, and even with my trainers, we'll do it. Like me and Ernie, we was just doing that yesterday, where it's like developing the timing of the kicks, where it's like you kick me, I kick you, you kick me, I kick you twice, you kick me 3 times, I kick you once. Like you said, just playing around.
Yeah.
And like when you got a good sparring partner, you take care of each other.
Exactly.
You don't hurt each other. There's no ego involved. And the Thais, they do like knees. They'll knee the fuck out of each other. Like it looks like kind of hard, but they're just making their bodies harder, like you said, for later, because it's like they're used to it.
A lot of times they'll slap each other with the side of their leg too, rather than like really drive the knee in.
You just hear it smack.
Yeah, they're just slapping each other a little bit. But it's obviously it's very effective. Like they figured something out.
You got some crazy kicks.
Thank you.
Yeah, I seen what was it, a side kick that you did?
Probably a turning side kick.
Yeah, you gotta teach me that.
I'll teach you that.
Yeah, I just need the form because I'm learning just a regular side kick, like a slide. You know what I mean?
You should go to like a Taekwondo school. They'd be the best at showing you how to do it. I'll definitely show you how. But if you need a place to train, find like a really good Taekwondo school. Because one thing, Taekwondo has some things that, won't work in MMA if you're adding takedowns and punches to the face. But because they don't punch to the face in tournaments, you get used to doing crazy kicks.
Crazy ass
so
kicks.
They have a lot of weird leg dexterity stuff. And if you get good at that stuff, I think that's, like if I had a kid that wanted to fight, I would say, let's just do some Kyokushin or some Taekwondo first. Just do some karate, something where you're developing leg dexterity.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Then, as you get a little older, then move you into Muay Thai.
Right.
So you could do both things. Because if someone's, when guys are like constantly chomping at the legs, they never really develop the kind of spinning kicks that the guys do where they don't kick the legs.
Right.
Those are the guys who develop the best spinning kicks because it's so easy to chop the legs and effective to chop the legs out. So a lot of those techniques don't really get dialed in to the level that they get dialed in from a Taekwondo guy because they can't kick each other in the legs.
Right.
It's kind of a dumb way to fight because you should kick the legs, but at the end of the day, it allowed them to develop some crazy shit. A lot of weird spinning stuff.
Spinning like
you don't see fast shit, man. Some of those guys are so fast.
Yeah.
And the power's insane.
Yeah, because it's all momentum and torque and crazy shit.
It's hard to develop.
Right.
It's hard to develop those techniques.
It's like a lot of the posture, and you got to really, you got to be balanced, and you got that knee is everything, right? Like you got to, that's how you aim it. So it's like when you're spinning, or even if you're just standing there, you have to have correct posture to be able to do a couple kicks, like you said. It's like a lot. You going coming at somebody, spinning, blitzing, doing all types of shit. So it's different for sure.
It's really good for your balance too. You do that as a young kid, then learn some other shit later.
Right.
You'll have balance.
Yeah, that's what I seen when you kicked the fuck out of that shit. I was like, yo, it's like really balanced and straight. Like, you know what I mean? The tech, because a lot of people, all right, you might be strong as fuck, but you can see technique.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if you do the shit over and over and over and really perfect it, that's different than just being able to throw a strong kick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. technique's everything, man. It's that way in jiu-jitsu. It's that way in. It's got to be that way in music. It's got to be that way in everything.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm in the studio like all the time practicing. Like, I could write a song before this interview is over, but that's because I practice. You know, it's not because like I'm the most lyrical person in the world. It's like I just fucking rap every day. Like, you know what I mean? So it should come easy. So. Like,
when you write, do you write things out, or do you do it out in your head? Like, I know Jay-Z supposedly doesn't write anything, right? He just keeps it all in his head. Which is incredible.
It's awesome
that he can do that.
Right.
It's kind of insane.
Yup. I have different processes. So like for me, I have melodies. Like I'll sing and I'll rap. So it's a lot easier for me to just have a melody in my head and make up the words as I go. But if I'm writing lyrics, like writing words down where I actually rap it, that's when I'm going to use the paper, you know? But there's different ways to do it, because honestly, this is what my studio setup looks like. It's like a chair. The mic is right here. I don't go in the booth or anything, and my engineer's sitting right there. So it's like we're coming up with it as we go. Like I'll take a little break, just write something down, and then I'll just jump straight back on it. You know what I mean? So there's different techniques though, because a lot of the time, sometimes I won't write shit. I'll just go and just make it up and just keep going, keep flowing. Or there's times where I could just lay a melody and then write the words to it later. So it's just different, you know, ways to approach it.
So you just do it based on however you feel that day?
Whatever the track really calls for. It's like if the song is something that I get instant inspiration, I'm like, oh, I'm going to knock it out right now. Or if something that I want to live with for a little bit, I'll just do as much as I'm happy with at that point and then move on to the next thing. Come back to it later and just make sure everything is fresh. I like to keep everything fresh, keep it fun, keep it loose, and I don't really overthink anything. If it's not there, then I just go away from it and find something that's more fun. Hell yeah.
It's a beautiful freedom to be able to do that. You know? I mean, you obviously picked the right fucking job.
I swear, like, you know, it's work because I'm always looking for what's next, you know what I mean? For the fans, for the listeners, for the people who supported me all the way to this point.
Right.
I'm like, okay, I gotta push myself. I gotta do what's next. It's gotta be crazy. You know what I mean? I got a son, he's 6, so it's like I gotta impress him. I can't have him just listening to a whole bunch of other rappers and not my music. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah. It's you know, it is an interesting responsibility you have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And a guy like you becomes famous. It's interesting, like you have so many people that want you now. And I think we need to call it a different thing other than work.
Yeah.
Because it's like there's work, like, fuck, I work for UPS.
Right.
Yeah, it's cool. They got good benefits. But that's work.
Right.
But what you're doing is like, you love it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know, when you love something, we need a better word.
Yeah, for sure.
That it's the same word as working at McDonald's. It's the same word, work.
Work. I don't know what the word would be.
You need a better word for like a passion project, for like being able to do what you want to do.
Exactly.
Whatever that thing is.
Yeah, yup. No, I believe that. That's a good point. Because it's not the same work. It's not the same thing.
No, it's not the same thing. We need a
we've
need
done
a better word.
We put in the work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
If you had a shit job in your life, you know what that is. That's work.
Yeah, we put in the work. We've done that.
But saying I'm going to work when you're going to do something you love, you're excited about.
Yeah.
We need a better word.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
No, it's true. That's why people get pissed at me. You're not going to work. There's 100 girls there. It's not work, man.
Bro, I had a punch in just like you. Yeah, in that sense, the world's just not fair. You know, some people's jobs are not the same.
Yeah, I mean, fuck.
Do you stop and think about how fortunate you are?
Yeah, yup. Yeah, I thank God every day, bro.
Beautiful.
All the time, because it is a blessing. I'm literally like, last night I'm like writing a song, and the only problem that I had was like a girl's ass was right on me. And I was like, baby, like, I'm enjoying this as much as you are, but I gotta like physically write. So it's like your ass is like moving my arm around, like, you can do that, but just right there. You know what I mean? Like, and I started thinking to myself, like, wow, these are my problems. Like,
yeah.
That's cool.
Just need a little bit of discipline.
I'm cool with that.
Your own problem. You have no problems. That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, for sure. That's amazing.
Yeah. And the song got written. So
beautiful.
Yeah.
Job got done. Yeah, there's another word, right? That is not work. You are not working. You're working. Obviously, you're working at it, but it needs a better word, a nobler word.
The fans will come up with the word for sure. They're way more creative, and they got way more time on their hands.
Yeah, I think they will.
They'll figure it out.
And we'll report back.
For sure.
We'll find it. It just makes sense. There's no way it's the same thing. It can't be.
Nah, hell no. For sure. Nope.
Yeah. And that's why I always tell people, when people always try to think down, they always try to think, man, that's easy for you to say, or not everybody can make it. Yeah, you're right. Not everybody can.
Truth.
But maybe you can.
Right.
Like, what does that mean? Not everybody can.
Not everybody can.
Not everybody's going to do everything.
Yeah,
not everybody's going to walk to the top of the hill.
That's the thing.
Some people are going to stop halfway and go, I can't do it.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, people limit themselves in a crazy way. They're like, oh yeah, everybody can't do it. It's like you said, it's like, no, everybody can't do it. It takes a lot. You know what I mean? You gotta fucking go through the shit to get it. But when you get there, it looks awesome, right? So yeah. I mean, fuck.
Just whatever it is.
Yeah.
Just try to figure it out and go do it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Like you said, the top of the hill looks great, but some people settle for the middle.
Yeah, and they get mad if people get to the top. This motherfucker. They get mad.
Yeah.
At the top, man, there's no one who's like you that doesn't work hard.
Right.
So that's the myth, right?
That's the thing, too. It's like maintaining.
I mean, it's, again, the wrong word for it.
Right.
Passion hard, whatever it is.
Right. I mean,
dedicated to your craft.
Maintaining it there's an art to that, right? Because you work so freaking hard to get to where you're at. And then you get there and it's like, oh, fuck, what do I do? Like,
there's no rest.
There's no rest. And everything that was acceptable before becomes unacceptable because now you're up here. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, yeah, you have to pick your shots. And like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can't really like just go crazy like you did back in the day. So there's an art to it, you know what I mean? And that's how you really maintain and stay in that spot and even level up.
So do you consciously think, okay, balance out enjoyment with things that I have to do to stay disciplined?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
That's a very smart way of looking at it.
Yeah, yep, 100%. Like there has to be a balance of each because it's like, all right, now I'm at this new level. Like, whether I want to behave like this or not, I put myself here. I worked hard. Now I'm with these elite motherfuckers. So this is how I have to act because I'm not down here anymore. I worked from here to get here. Yeah. So what happens? You balance, you put things into place. You do a little bit of this and a little bit of that instead of a lot of that. You know what I mean? And you just pick your shots. And it's like, you're going to get everything in the end. This is how it's just planned and how it's supposed to be. But you just piece it together.